One, two, up. Two, up. A big one. Big one. Where are we going? What we're gonna eat?
7, 8, 9, 10. Let's have pizza.
Where are we going, Cass? What are we going to look for?
Fox.
Fox, and then who? Buffalo. That's got mice. That's the real buffalo. Pretend buffalo.
What do you think?
Of what? You?
General.
Oh.
General, what do you think?
I think
This is the vlog, by the way.
I think there are no golden ages. There are only perilous times.
Fair. That's a fair point, that. That's very fair. Poor chap.
All from the push up.
Exactly. Transfer, push up transfer. We should do one and just see if people get mad.
And we can competitor called the Shove app.
Shove. We've really got the boys training. Cass doing something. Uncle Mike on the barbell rows.
What am I doing?
Doing barbell rows.
To this way.
Lift weights, yeah.
Looks sick. Yeah, it's good angle, innit? It's easy on the lumbar spine.
The lumbar spine, yeah.
Is that a thing? I should know if that's a thing, man.
That is a thing.
I don't even know which discs are shagged.
You know when people say you're lumbar, is that what they mean?
Lumbar.
You're lumbar.
I think that's lumber, like you've got
Oh
timber.
right, yeah.
Is lumber?
Like a lumberjack.
Lumber and timber the same
A
thing?
lumberjack.
What's the difference between lumber and timber?
I don't know. Timberjack.
That's
What's
what you think. Sounds right. Sounds correct.
A lumbar.
Get out of my shop, you.
Oh right, a lumbar jack.
What are you doing? What's
What are
that
you
called?
doing?
Oh, the double hand crouch down. Alright, that's fine.
I made a cappuccino in, well, it's not really a cappuccino, is it? It's just the closest approximation that a novice at home with a coffee machine can make, but I put one in a reel a couple of weeks ago, and I got a lot of shit because my bubbles were too bubbly, man. There was too much. The bubbles were wrong, which was I'm partly going to excuse because Cass likes to eat the bubbles, and if you don't want to give your toddler coffee, right, which I don't because he's crazy already, then you need a good barrier of bubbles. You know what I mean? For him to be able to get without getting caffeinated. But partly I'm not going to excuse because it's bubbles, man. Anyway, so the good news is, right, I don't want to speak too soon because this journey that I'm about to describe is, you know, non-linear, to say the least. But the good news is, I feel like, you know, those like early stages, like I feel like we're just poking our head above the trenches. We're just exiting the trenches just for a little foray onto the fields, like, you know what I mean? Those trenches, that being the metaphor used previously for like the early stages of like newborn parenthood, where like you're like hallucinating and stuff because you've only had 17 minutes sleep in the last like 48 hours and stuff like that. I feel like I'm a person again, just, you know, getting back to just feeling like I actually exist, which is good because I need to do adult stuff, man. Like run a business like an adult, you know what I mean? The app business. So we started doing a lot of new stuff on that front, dipping our toes into like influencer marketing and stuff like that when I'm not the influencer, you know what I mean? Other influencer marketing. So lots of like just businessy adult stuff going on. I have to talk about conversion rates and, you know, other terms that are just generally at odds with my worldview, but I accept that there is some level of necessity if you do want to eventually one day be able to afford a big lawn in Cheshire, because big lawns in Cheshire are fucking expensive, man. And like, no, I'm not gonna go on a thing about house prices. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. I feel like I make good money, man, but somehow I can't afford a big lawn in Cheshire yet. So anyway, morning. Right, that's bright. One of the best things about parenthood, apart from like obviously all the love and joy and stuff, is having your house covered in footies. And I just want to like share, like, that was difficult, right? Like, if you weren't impressed by that, then you might want to watch it again. Because the thing about this ball, right, Cass has got like 15 balls. They're all different like weights, level of pressure, PSI, textures, right? And on its own, that might not be impressive. But to be able to do that and then switch to like the other balls and just repeat it on the daily, on the regular, no outtakes, some outtakes, that's impressive. Overhead. So, one of the things that we are doing is just like your classic influencer marketing, you know, but I want to tell you about the other thing really, because that's a bit at least new to me and I have no clue if it's going to work and maybe we'll waste a lot of money, but let's see. So obviously first thing, just your standard influencer marketing type route where like, you know, you pay people to say this app is good and other people buy it, right? Generally along those lines. It's not actually even like that because the beauty of Push is the fact that there's a free trial, right? So when you're contacting influencers and pitching this to them, that you'd be like, you don't actually have to sell the app. All you have to do is get people to try it. Just start a free trial, no commitment. If they don't like it, just cancel the trial, right? And I think that's pretty good as someone who, you know, occasionally gets paid to promote things and has done a lot more in the past than I do now. But, you know, that sounds good to me because no one likes a hard sell, man. And, like, I just think it's a lot better to, as a pitch to an audience, right? Try it, that's it, nothing to lose, you know what I mean? Swerve it if you don't like it, easy peasy, man. because we actually have like a really good conversion rate from trial to paid subscriber. It's a pretty good conversion rate. So obviously part of that is down to the fact that like these are like high intent users, right? People who predominantly have come through me, and you know, so it might not be quite the same when it's out in the general population, like other people's audiences and stuff, but it's still like pretty good, and we think that we can like depend on that, so that's good. Anyway, the other thing that I wanted to talk about, because I don't know if it's going to work, maybe we waste a lot of money on, and when I say a lot, I mean like, well, I don't want to, who cares about money, man, whatever, just a lot. So there's this company who's doing this for us, and what they do is they get a load of creators who are like experienced kind of UGC creators, experienced content creators, and they all create new profiles, and they on TikTok this is, and they spend a set period of time, a couple of weeks, just putting out content that is within the niche of this app, so like push in this instance, and then after having built it up, then they start just basically just spamming out, they don't spam it out, but they just start making more content specifically about the app. And obviously all these, like, you can't build a profile up much in like a week or two, so like all these are pretty like low impact generally, but the idea is that there's so many that it can accumulate into like a significant number, and also like one or two, if these people are good at making content, one or two do get picked up and, you know, get some pretty good traction. Now I have no idea if this is going to work, so we're just testing it out, see what happens, and yeah, I'll let you know, but hopefully it's good. App has just gone back up to 4.8 stars on App Store, which is great because we did flutter between 4.7 and 4.8. Really, any of our bad reviews, they're all about like stability, because we've gone through a few periods where we've had like odd crashes that we couldn't resolve and stuff. Basically, because we're just all new, like all just novices to this app space, we just don't have good enough, or previously didn't have good enough, like safety, you know, quality control, like processes for like the most thorough testing of all new updates and stuff. And because we update so often, inevitably sometimes things happen, and sometimes it's not always the update, but it's like systems update, like it's a new iOS or a new Android version or whatever, and like you have to then update things to stay updated with that, and if you don't, then just shit happens. So occasionally we get bad reviews because of that, but when we are stable, our reviews are sick, and as a result of those, like, we dropped down from 4.8 to 4.7 stars a few months back, and we have just today crossed back over that barrier. So the goal now is to like stay there and get higher, and I have myself and others, we've all stressed internally to each other the importance of stability over everything. So anyway, that's an update on just business life, man. I'm not going to turn this into a business channel. This is more of a life update for me. It's just that this is part of my life. I'm not going to turn this into like pure, I'm a lad trying to be a CEO, day in a life, watch me slap margins, man. Whatever that means. I'm not going to turn it into that, because I feel like a lot of people find that boring, don't they? Do you know what I mean? There is a niche for like business entrepreneurial stuff, but it's just not me. It's just not my vibe. So I'm just going to tell you about the stuff that I find interesting, and that's it. Okay, bye. We've used this mixer about 5 times in its entire existence, which puts our relative cost per loaf of bread somewhere around 80 quid. So that's not great. So today we're going to make some cinnamon rolls and try and bring that relative cost per baked item down somewhat to about 70 quid. Anyway, they're not worth it, are they, KitchenAids, unless you've got like loads of time. But if you watched / remember, probably a year or 2 ago, we attempted cinnamon rolls, and in the following vlog, I think it was like cinnamon rolls in a different shape, basically. I am on a quest because I still miss the Costco ones. If anyone remembers the Costco ones they used to do like 10 years ago, I think they might still do them in America. They'll be fucked in America anyway, even if they do. They won't be the same, will they? And I, you know, ever since they stopped doing them, really, it's just been a long, slow road to recovery. get too much drenched, like, do you know what I mean? It does go down the cracks and that. What do you think? I think it looks good. I think they look pretty sick, man. Solid, right?